Hey guys, if you don't know me, my name is Tim. I make videos on entrepreneurship, business, and self-improvement. I also run a sticker business on the side of my full-time job, and today I'm just going to be giving you guys a quick update on how it's going so far. I'm going to be breaking up this video into 3 sections. First, I'm going to be talking about everything I've changed from my last update. Next, I'm going to be looking at the detailed stats of all my views and my sales numbers. And after that, I'm going to be talking about what I'm doing next with the shop, like everything I have planned. So if you're only interested in the numbers, skip to that section. I'll leave timestamps below, but let's get into it. So if you haven't seen my previous update, I recommend you watching that first. I go through everything I did to start the business from scratch and how I'm managing everything with a full-time job. So the first thing I did since my last update is I more than doubled my listings. I think I only had around 18 or 19 listings when I posted my first video, and now I have over 50. So I've really been working hard on the listings, and I think it also had a positive effect on my views, which led to more sales, but I'll get more into that a bit later. The second thing I did is I'm now offering free shipping if you buy 2 or more orders in my shop. So before I was charging for shipping, it was pretty cheap, but I was still charging for it. It was around $1 or $2, so it wasn't too expensive. But what I did just to increase my profit per order is to give them free shipping if they buy 2 or more. So I sell sticker sheets for about $13 each, and if someone buys 2 or more, now they get free shipping. So now I'm not only getting more orders than I was before, I'm making more per order. So the last thing that I changed is I started using Etsy ads. So I don't know if it's making a huge difference yet. I've made a whole bunch of other changes to my shop, so I'm not sure if that's solely the reason for my increased views. So right now my budget is $5 a day. I'm not sure if I'm going to increase it or decrease it. I think it's just something that you need to keep an eye on and then decide long term if it's worth it or not. But yeah, that's really it. Those are the 3 big things that I changed about my shop last month. I haven't done much other than that, so let's just get into the numbers. So remember in the last video that I wasn't quite done January yet, and I think I was around $700 or $800. But in those last days, my sales increased a lot. I sold $1,036.65, and that was with 827 views. And if you look at the chart of how many views I got every month, it was a huge jump from the previous month. And I think that's due to the listings, because I did the listings and everything first, and then I didn't do the Etsy ads until later. I think you have to remember that when someone searches for an item and you only have, say, 5 listings, there's only 5 possible chances that a customer will see your product. So now that I have over 50 listings, that's 50 potential times that they will see my product. And that just increases the chances that they will click on a product and buy it. So yeah, that's my advice for you. If you're having trouble getting views, I would really encourage you to add more listings if you can. Okay, yeah, so today is the end of February, and we all know it's a short month, but I actually ended up selling more than I did in January. So I sold $1,119.39, and then this is with another increase in visits. So I got 1,068 visits to my shop. So if you look at the beginning of the month, you'll see this big spike in visits, and that's just because I posted my shop on the Etsy sellers Reddit. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, like if the algorithm likes that or not, but I did end up taking it down just because I figured that it can't be the best thing if you have tons of traffic going to your shop but nobody's buying. So I ended up removing my link, and I've decided for now not to post it anywhere unless there's potential customers there. If you're really interested in knowing my shop, you can leave me a DM or something like that and I'll just send it to you. It's no big deal. I just don't want a ton of random people going to my shop that aren't going to buy anything. So yeah, with those 2 crazy months that I just did, my grand total for sales is now $4,484.52. So pretty much $4,500, which is pretty crazy. I never thought I'd be making this amount of money so quickly, and I know there's people out there that make like $10,000 in their first month or something like that. And yeah, I'm hoping to get there someday, but for now, I'm just happy with the numbers that I'm seeing. And since I'm such a nerd, I put it into a spreadsheet and I made some projections, so I'll show you that now. So here you can see my sales every month. I excluded August just because that wasn't a full month. And you can see that the trend is just going upwards. And according to this, by the end of the year, I could be making $2,500 a month, which would be insane. Like, that's a pretty decent living for a lot of people, and I'd be making that on the side. So we'll see if that comes true. I'm kind of not expecting this to be true since we really only have 6 data points. But if you're interested in seeing if this comes true, hit the subscribe button and I'll continue to make videos and I'll let you know if I hit it or not. But yeah, with the last 2 months, I think that things are really starting to get serious now, and then maybe I should invest even more time into this. I still feel like I'm at the beginning of my journey. I've been doing this for 6 months, but it feels like I just started yesterday, and I feel like I'm Ash Ketchum. and I'm only at Pewter City now, you know? I'm like barely at the beginning of my journey, and I have a long way to go, and I'm ready for it. But eventually I'll make it to the Pokemon League and I'll be the best there ever was. So that's all my numbers. I'm going to be talking about what I have planned next for my shop. So plan number 1 is to add more listings to my shop. I feel like adding more listings is working for me. Like I said, it's getting me more views and it's leading to sales. So yeah, it's just I have to put in the work to come up with more designs and then just make them into listings. I feel like the trap that some Etsy shop owners fall into is that they just get really busy with fulfilling orders, like sending them out, because when you're getting this amount of orders or maybe even more, it takes a lot of time to send them out and ship them and everything. And my line of thinking is that, yeah, that's really important, right? Because that's how you're making your money and those orders have to go out, but you're not really improving your shop in any way. Like you're not reaching more customers or making your product better. So that's why I'm making it a priority to add more and more designs, because that's what's gonna increase the reach for my shop and make my shop better. The next thing I wanna do is to keep track of my Etsy ads. Like I really want to figure out if the ads are worth it. Like if it's worth it, I'm totally cool with paying whatever the max per day it is. I think it's $50. Like if I'm paying $50 a day, but I'm making like $400 or $500 a day, like that's worth it for me. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it with my small budget right now. If it's worth it, I'll let you guys know. The last thing that I'm planning to do is to create my own website off of Etsy. I don't know what platform I'm going to use yet. I'm leaning towards Shopify, but I'm gonna research a whole bunch of them. And yeah, the reason I think this is important is because I don't want all my eggs in one basket. I don't want to be solely dependent on Etsy for this income, because you never really know what can happen. Etsy could do a change of policy, or maybe they increase their fees or something like that. I just think it's smart to have multiple sales channels for your products, so you're not reliant on just one company to sell all your goods. I also think having your own website makes your business a little bit more legit. I know a lot of people still see Etsy as like an arts and crafts type market, even though it's so much more. But I think when you have your own website, people just think you're like maybe a bigger company, and then they're more willing to place an order with you. So I'm really gonna focus on getting a website done. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're interested with knowing my personal story of how I got everything started, check out my first shop update. I'll link it in the description below. And if you wanna start your own business or Etsy shop, I really encourage you to do it. There's really nothing special about me. I'm just a guy who had an idea and I took the steps to make it happen. I even made a video on how to start a business step by step. So if you're really interested in starting something yourself, you can check that out as well. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments or anything, leave them down below and I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks again and see you next time.